As I said, we are now going to move to our dear Speaker of the City Council and also Council Member, Corey Johnson. Mr. Speaker, are you still with us?
You're muted.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Hi, good. Good to see you, Andreas. Nice to see you, Maria. It's nice to see Deborah and Brad, and of course, Jerry. I won't speak for too long because I know Deborah and Brad want to talk as well, but I want to thank you both, Andreas and Maria, for convening this. And it was nice to see Bill before as well. And, you know, we're very, very lucky that we have Jerry Nadler fighting for us in Washington. We're immensely proud of everything he does. So I'm grateful to him and him giving us an overview of what's in this latest House bill. I just want to focus on a couple of things, which is, you know, the council is limited in our authority in some ways to be able to provide the substantial amount of relief that we know is needed right now, which is why it's so great, all the different provisions that Jerry just talked about in the latest House bill that was announced just a few hours ago. And we've heard about the issues around PPP. We've heard about the issues about being able to tap that type of money. And the city is really, of course, as Jerry mentioned, relying on the federal revenue replacement money to help us from a budgetary perspective. I won't go into all of the long details because Jerry mentioned some of them, but I'll just say the latest estimates are that we are going to have a $10 billion budget hole in this current fiscal year and next fiscal year, just in the city's budget. And Deborah and Brad can update us, but I think the number on the state is higher than that, between 13 and $17 billion, or maybe even higher, Deborah's saying. So, you know, that combined deficit and hole, given this crisis, is extraordinarily scary because it could affect just city services. It could affect schools and mass transit and senior centers and sanitation and all the things that we rely upon. About 2 weeks ago, the City Council had our first virtual Zoom-like, just like this, stated meeting of the council. And we introduced over 20 bills at that time. A lot of them had to do with helping small businesses. Tomorrow, we're voting on some of those bills. So I won't get into all the details on all of them, but I'll just kind of give you a flavor. We are voting on a bill by Councilmember Adrian Adams and myself, which provides further protections on commercial tenant harassment for small mom and pop shops if the landlord's trying to get them out because of COVID-19. So we are passing a bill on that. We have a bill that we've heard a lot of restaurant owners be asking for, though it's going to help other people. And one of the people that wrote, I think, most eloquently on this is someone who I know emailed me and Brad. He may have emailed Deborah and Jerry as well. Gabe, who owns a bunch of restaurants in West Village and who's probably part of this. So we're passing a bill tomorrow which seeks to address the issue that he raised with us, which is suspending personal liability on commercial leases. Right now, there are clauses that hold a business owner personally liable in the event they're unable to pay rent, and that's common in commercial leases. And in order to escape this liability, an owner must turn over their keys to the property, effectively ending their lease. So these clauses don't take into account the fact that many city businesses are closing or have no income because of no fault of their own. Forcing businesses to give up their space would severely impact the city's ability to recover after this. So the council legislation would temporarily suspend liability provisions in leases and other rental agreements in COVID-19 impacted businesses while the state of emergency is in effect. We have a bill that suspends sidewalk cafe fees, or if you've already paid your sidewalk cafe fee, the city will refund that money to you. So that we're not nickel and diming these small businesses right now. Those are some of the bills that we're voting on. But again, you know, we really need help from the feds, which is why I'm grateful that Jerry and Senator Schumer and Gillibrand and the rest of our congressional delegation are fighting to help us. I'll leave it at that because I know Deborah and Brad want to speak as well. I've been doing a lot of these Zoom conferences together. It's always nice to see them. And I want to thank you both for convening this today. So thank you very much.
It probably feels like a Zoom hackathon with
Yes.
so many Zooms going on every day, in and out, right?
Yes.
Okay, Council Speaker, thanks a lot for your time.